Hi everyone, it's Emily Francis here with Oh My Malta, and today we're talking about figs with Tony Borg of Maltese Homemade Jam. So can we talk about figs? Okay, so I want to start very basic ground floor for me who's new to real figs being grown right here. You said there were 2 fig seasons, so can we start there?
You have only one tree.
Okay.
That make two times of crop in the same, between 3 months.
Okay.
No, the first one come out in the middle of February,
Okay.
and you start cutting it in the last week of May. Then it used to, before we say you have the whole June, but nowadays because the climate change, you have only 2 weeks with it, the first weeks. Then you have the second one. The second one is, we call it a teen, the real fig that you have that back home dry, but it's from the same tree. But to keep in the tree, you want to have another kind of fruit. You think it's fruit, but it's not fruit. There is mosquitoes in it.
Okay, that I want to hear about, because I never knew mosquitoes served any purpose on the face of the earth, and you're saying
that's very important.
Very important.
Very important. But it starts going already now. This kind of tree make about three crops. We call it barru, jarru, and dokor. You told me what are they? Because one goes and breed the other one, and the last one is the jarru goes on the real on the dokor, and the dokor it goes on the figs in the middle, and the mosquito goes out and bit the fig, and the fig can stay in the tree. If doesn't that thing happen, the fruit will fall.
Okay, so you told me a story that you watch the figs for the mosquitoes. Mm-hmm. And when the mosquitoes come to the fig, mm-hmm. that's when you know mm-hmm. that it's ripe, or what? What do you know by seeing the mosquitoes?
That the fruit is going to stay in the tree and going to give me the fruit. The tree is going to give me the fruit.
So are mosquitoes like pollinators?
What do you mean?
Like, do they pollinate the figs? Do they carry? What is...
They say that only the bee do that, but it's not true. The figs doesn't need the bee. The figs, the second one, need the mosquito. It's a small fruit. From it goes out hundreds of mosquitoes. You won't believe it.
And you see the fruit filled with mosquitoes?
Yeah, I just opened them but I know how to cut them. If you don't know how to cut them, don't try to do it. You want to know when it's ready, and you would go to cut to put it in the other tray. Because if you don't know how to do that, you're doing...
The 3 trees will not bloom. Leave it to the original farmers that really understand.
I was born in it. Since I used to cut sacks of that kind of fruit, but nowadays it's hard to find one because everything is dying and we don't know what's going on. It's a big disaster. Eh?
So figs are much harder to find now.
It's like you're buying, in case of buying a piece of diamond, you're buying a bloody kilo of fruit of figs. The same thing is happening. We don't know what is happening. And it's very hard, it's a hard job, because you have to take care the whole year round, this kind of tree. You want to be with it all the time. You see now, you go the next day, it's dying. That's a big problem. That's a big problem.
Is there anything that people that are watching this can do to do their part to help with?
Just dig them out. And then you solve your problems, I'm telling you. Because they are inventing, medicine, but for nothing. It's not helping. Just buying stuff for nothing. But I don't like spraying and things like that, because you have to take care of the people. People are eating this kind of stuff.
So the best we could do is buy the figs from our local farmers so that it doesn't go to waste. So we make sure we eat the figs and we buy the figs as soon as they come out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's very, figs nowadays is hard to find. It's very hard.
And they're very expensive. The price has come up.
We was in that garden that was full of trees. We had trees, it was about 3 stories up. We used to spend 4 or 5 hours to cut just only one tree.
Thank you, Tony Borg of Maltese Homemade Jams. And people can contact you directly to buy as well? Yeah. Okay, so you can look up Maltese Homemade Jams, Tony Borg. Thank you so much.
And the cheapest and the best.
And the best. Thank you.